So today is Vlogtober day 5 and I will be sharing with you how I came up with my baby daughter's name, Valentina Chakraborty. And so basically it was when I got pregnant. I was really excited that I'm pregnant, and so it wasn't until 20 weeks that you find out the baby sex here in the United States. So till 20 weeks I was like trying to think of baby boy names and baby girl names, but I had this gut feeling that it was definitely gonna be a girl, and you know, you have that mommy instinct. So I was more inclined towards girl names. I wasn't really thinking much about boy names, but I was still jotting them down. So I still have that notepad that on my laptop where I had these list of names. So I'm going to be sharing with you first the boy names before the first 20 weeks, which I was coming up with, because in case it was a boy. So the first name, so I'm Indian and Bengali in like subculture. So so is my husband, and so we both, well, basically I was looking at boy names and I would just go and tell him, do you like this one? What about this one? What about that one? Boy and girl names. So the first name, like the first names in the list are Vansh, V-A-N-S-H, Vansh. I don't know what it meant, but it just sounded so nice. Okay, so I was like obsessed with names starting with V, because I had this neighbor who had a boy and his name was Vian. And ever since I heard that name, and I was like, oh my god, I just love the letter V. So yeah, so a lot of names would start from V. So Vansh, and I wasn't like, that was when I was in Connecticut, so I couldn't keep the name Vian, but even though I loved it because she happened to be my neighbor, had I kept it and I would have moved here, it wouldn't have mattered. So if she wasn't my neighbor and I had heard of this name Vian, I would have probably kept it if I had a boy. So Vansh. So a modification of Vian was Vihan with V-I-H-A-A-N. Another one was Veer, and I still like that name, Veer. Veer in Hindi means warrior, and I love that movie. Even like the movie Veer Zara. I don't like the movie Veer Zara, but I like the title of the movie. So Veer was an option and Zara was also an option from the girls list. The other are Zohar, Ihan and Ehsas. So these were my boy names. Luckily, when it came to 20 weeks, and I was super happy to find out it was a girl. So the ultrasound technician, she just wrote, "It's pink," and I was so happy. My husband didn't even realize what it meant until he saw me crying with so much happiness, and he realized it was a girl, because like pink's for girl, blue's for boys. Okay, so now the list of girl names which I had are Heer, Meher. Meher means kindness, and a really close friend of mine was also pregnant, but she was in Bangladesh and she didn't know if it was going to be a girl, because I don't think they tell you over there. So she was born a day after Valentina was born, so she kept the name Meher, and I didn't know she was keeping it Meher. But anyways, so Meher is a really nice choice. Then the other was Zara. Obviously Zara means a princess. The next choice was Hope. Yana was also a really nice name, though I know this girl over here who's also called Yana. Yana means he answers, like God answers. Then Sana. Ruby, because Valentina's due date was actually on July 18th. No, yeah, July 18th was her due date, which was actually our anniversary. So since she was a July baby, her gemstone would be Ruby, so accordingly I thought Ruby would be a nice name for her. Then obviously Valentina came into the picture because one day, so me and my mom would always talk about girl names, since once we got it confirmed that it was a girl. So my mom called me and she's like, "How do you like the name Valentina?" And I'm like, oh my god, I love it. I just love it. So it actually means strength and courageous, which is not anything to do with Saint Valentine or Valentine's Day. So it actually has nothing to do with love. It's just strength and courageous, which she actually is. She's so strong. And so Valentina, then we had a close tie between Valentina and Tiara, like the tiara you wear as Miss Universe. So that was a really close tie. Till the last day I was holding on to these two names. And another like here and there names were Xenia and Nora. I like Nora, like from Nora Jones. I really like that name. But that was very, it was too English. So my thought was I would want a name which is not common in India and not common in the United States. So Valentina actually originates from Russia, which with the meaning strength and courageous. And it's not really common in the United States or UK. It's very Russian and Italian origin. So that's how we stuck to the name Valentina, though Tiara was second competitor with the name. And yeah, so she became Valentina Chakraborty. That's how she got her name. So anyways, this is all for day 5, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! Okay, I forgot to give you my husband's input. So once he didn't really have an input until we found out that it was a girl. So one day we were watching this movie called I think it was a Hindi movie called Raz 3, and the girl in the movie was really hot. So, and her name was Nisha in the movie. It's like a really common name. So ever since he saw that girl and she was so hot, so he's like, I want my baby's name to be Nisha. I'm like, that is such a common Indian name. I'm not gonna keep her name. It's so simple. I don't even know what it means because I didn't even bother looking it up. But that was his only input towards our baby's name. He was okay with Valentina and he really liked Tiara as well. So it was basically down to the last 2 days in the hospital when we had to fill out her birth certificate form. So that's when we like stuck onto Valentina, because I wanted her to have a really long name. So anyways, so bottom line is my husband's only input for the name was the names I gave to him, because he would always say, okay, I'm gonna sit down and look up Google and like Google some baby names, but he never got around to do it. The only thing he liked was Nisha, and I was dead against that name. I was like, it's such a boring, like no offense to any Nishas out there, but it's so common in India because there are like so many Nishas, and it's just because he really liked that girl in that movie. I think it was Raz 3. So anyways, bye bye.